What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. So check it out. I know a lot of y'all have been following, a lot with what's going on, with, Carmelo Anthony, this case and all of that. This case is actually about to be coming up real soon. Again. And stuff, has been, obviously happened. There's been things that's been happening over and over. I'm not going to lie. But you have it here. This Sarah Fields. If y'all don't know what Sarah Fields is, make sure y'all go check Sarah Fields out. I'm sure most of y'all know. Definitely an amazing, amazing individual that comes out with a lot of great information, not only with this case, but with every other thing too. One thing about it, definitely was, and I always got to give it, that shout out. I actually have not only this post, but I think 3 or 4 other posts, that I want to show y'all from Sarah Fields, because when I tell y'all that the things that have been, been going around since it's been some months since I've last checked out, but I think it's about that time. I think it's about that time within a lot. This post from Sarah Fields, of course, like I said, make sure y'all go give her a follow. Says, I'm formally announcing my lawsuit against Drew Anthony, which is Carmelo Anthony's father, Charleston White, and Tiffany Billions. Said we were just officially granted alternative service by the judge. And that her lawsuit is now moving forward. Let's check it out right here.
Hello, everyone. I was going to originally just post the documents with a quick announcement. However, I have now added a third person to my defamation lawsuit. It's a pretty big deal, and I need to explain to you all what's going on. For months now, I have been targeted, harassed, and smeared and lied about by Tiffany Billions and her associates. Tiffany Billions is the advocate for the Anthony family and Karmelo. Carmelo Anthony is the 17-year-old who is now 18 who allegedly stabbed Austin Metcalf in the heart on April 2nd at Frisco ISD. I reported on the Anthony case from day one. I provided context that was not given by the mainstream media. Documents from the court via open records, subpoenas, emails, and information about their first advocate, Dominique Alexander. My exposure and my reporting reached millions, including my advocacy for the children who were placed in danger, who were witnesses on the arrest report, who were being doxxed by these advocates and their associates. And it was my honor to assist the parents with making sure that a protective and a gag order was put into place. Because of my reporting and the attention that it received, I was first targeted by Dominique. Then I was targeted much more aggressively by Tiffany Billions, the next advocate. The smear campaigns, the petitions, and the lies were never ending. They accused me of being a meth addict, a drug I have never touched in my life. They accused me of being a prostitute. And they accused me of receiving leaked documents illegally, unethically, from a county clerk.
I feel like, I ain't even gonna lie, I feel like that's something that I guess I can't say that I'm surprised about, because when a person feels already intimidated, or speaking when you have Carmelo Anthony's father, Tiffany Billions, Dominique Alexander, when you have these individuals that truly feels that, what I mean? They go off into to other stuff like that. They start calling names. They start doing this, doing that, because they know they're in the wrong for what they're doing.
So much so that they targeted her and her office until she was subsequently and unfairly fired. The clerk never sent me anything, and this will be made clear in discovery. They have also used an individual by the name of Charleston White, who has also targeted me and repeated these lies on his podcast that reached thousands of people. I was labeled a bigot and a racist, and my integrity as a journalist was attacked. I was also personally attacked by Tiffany. She doxed my home. She doxed me. She doxed my children, and threatened them, saying that they were going to pay if I kept talking. She also accused me of being complicit in my daughter telling people that my daughter was abused and that I allowed it to happen. This is a sick lie and an attack on me and my family. Since I first announced my lawsuit, and as time progressed, loose lips have revealed that Drew Anthony was in direct contact with Tiffany Billions, aka Tiffany McAdoo, and Charleston White per their own admission. Drew has repeatedly been told to separate himself from these people, especially Tiffany, who has spent week by week by week disparaging me and my family, as well as saying horrific things about the Metcalf family. She has called Austin worm food and has said that his brother should be buried with him. Drew has refused and instead has admitted to working with her, saying horrific things about the Metcalf family. She has called Austin worm food and has said that his brother should be buried with him. Drew has refused.
I ain't gonna lie.
And instead,
that's like for real sick, like to even speak like that. But one thing about it, God sees all.
Has admitted to working with her and, quote, said, "That woman is a beast at putting things on other people." Tiffany also submitted a legal document to the courts claiming that she indeed is the spokesperson for the Anthony family. She also admitted just the other day to being picked by Drew to be their advocate. So it is clear that Drew Anthony, Karmelo Anthony's father, has participated in a smear campaign against me, a reporter and a mother just doing her job. My life has been threatened multiple times. Someone attempted to swap me. CPS has been at my door. I was aggressively threatened by a man who is now sitting in the county jail here for cyber stalking me. And one of the worst parts is that all of this happened and is continuing to happen now, but a lot of this happened while I was pregnant with my 4th child. And then my child was born into an extremely stressful situation. We had to make sure that we hid information when I went into labor. I could not even announce it on social media. I could not celebrate like any mother would want to because of these dangerous people and what they were doing to me. We had to lock down my hospital room, and only certain people could know that I was there. I was giving birth when CPS came to my door and questioned my teenager about my 6-year-old son, all because of defamatory petitions put out by Tiffany Billions and her people. The amount of anxiety and mental trauma this has caused on me and my family has greatly affected us, and it's not going to stand. This is why I am suing Tiffany Billions, Charleston White, and Drew Anthony, Karmelo Anthony's father, for their involvement in targeting me, placing my family in danger,
I don't blame her though,
and spreading false information. I am finally announcing now, because we were just approved for alternative service. Tiffany Billions has been doing everything possible to avoid being served. We have attempted to serve her 6 times. She has even made veiled, violent threats towards process servers. Due to the publicity of his son's case, Drew Anthony has moved to an undisclosed location, making it difficult to serve him. So today, we got approval from the court to serve both defendants through a Rule 106 alternative service method. I greatly appreciate your support. I stand with the truth. I stand by all of my reporting. I will not quit, and I stand firmly with the Metcalf family. Thank you.
and that's real. I truly, that's real. Everything that obviously that she's saying that she got going on, I truly support that. Just based off of the simple fact of what they're doing and how they doing it. I'm not gonna lie, based off of all the things they say, when people get mad, obviously. Those individuals, you got Dominique Alexander, you got Tiffany Billions, Charleston White, Karmelo Anthony's father, Drew, that are doing these things. I mean, you can't get mad because, individuals are coming out and speaking on what they need to speak on. And I mean, just come on now. I mean, that's just being completely real when it comes down to it. You have it here. Says congratulations are being shared for a Texas high school senior who will still be receiving his diploma during a challenging time. Karmelo Anthony, a 17-year-old from Frisco, Texas, has reached an agreement with Frisco Independent School District to graduate from Frisco Memorial High School. He's completed all academic requirements and maintained a 3.7 GPA. He will receive his diploma but will not attend graduation events or the final weeks of high school. His family worked with the Next Generation Action Network to finalize the agreement. Anthony remains involved in an ongoing situation that has drawn public attention. He is currently at home under supervision as the matter continues to move through the legal process. His family has since relocated due to his safety concerns, and support groups continue to assist him. The moment highlights both academic effort and a situation still unfolding. So I'm gonna tell y'all one thing for sure. I'm not gonna lie. And this me being completely honest. This stuff could have waited. And I say that it could have waited because this is something that's truly sickening that happened. It's truly sickening what happened. That diploma been being, and it's just my opinion. I mean, I got some people mad at me. People, man, I don't really care. I'm just being 100 with y'all. Like, I truly feel as if, like, being real, being 100 with y'all, this stuff could have waited. I truly, when it comes to this, I look at things. I don't look at race. I feel like so many people are taking this case and they're looking at race. You need to be looking at right or wrong. Y'all clearly see that this individual, this Karmelo Anthony, isn't wrong with it. When it comes down to it, the facts, y'all done seen both videos that I had, and again, this is my opinion. I feel like this is something that could have waited. I know people that say, "Oh, he don't deserve the diploma." People saying, "Oh, he deserves one," and he could finish high school, and he this, he that. Everybody got an opinion on it. I feel like this is something that could have waited. Could have did it and I know for a fact, and I'm gonna tell y'all why at the end of this video on why I think he's gonna have time. When it comes to prison. I'm telling y'all. Says there are 84 days to June 1st, 2026. I have made all necessary preparations to attend and report all trial. This is Sarah Fields, by the way, y'all. Attend and report on the trial of Karmelo Anthony. I cannot wait for it to be over. So much truth will be revealed. And then I'm going to write absolutely no one will intimidate me or stop me. I'm going to write about just how deeply involved certain players were regarding this trial. From the family of Karmelo Anthony to the advocates, to the campaigns, the petitions and efforts to silence reporters and activists, to the abuse of McCaff family has endured, to the involvement of the Black Panthers and activist grifters who wanted a quick buck and the 15 minutes of fame. I'm gonna tell y'all. She says she's also. I will also be working with Jeff McCaff, Austin's father, and several others to lobby and make sure. Immediately was removed from the public schools in Texas. Let me tell y'all, when it comes down to it, I actually love Sarah Fields' deliverance, on how she's going about this, because this is stuff, and seeing what Dominique Alexander did and seeing how everybody is doing. I didn't know that they were trying to silence, other individuals and stuff like that, but I truly found out it's sickening. And we're going to get into more of that too when it comes down to witnesses and stuff like that too. I don't want to talk too much because we got a lot to cover. There's another post by Sarah Fields. Dominique Alexander, prior advocate and security for Karmelo Anthony, was operating without a license, according to DPS, allegedly collecting funds for security, the fundraisers. So some of you may remember my sleuths reporting Dominique Alexander, the man who was originally assigned to Karmelo Anthony's spokesperson. Dominique argued that Karmelo Anthony had did this. I don't know this. I need just the video, but it's a lot of it. So some of you may remember. Some of you may be reporting. So you got the reporting of Dominique Alexander. Say he's correct. We did go after him because Dominique Alexander, not only in his career, he's a career criminal. And I'm going to show y'all who is running fraudulent organization funded by Soros-backed groups. He's also providing a security team for Karmelo Anthony's family. Security team that he claimed could be the disposal of the Anthony family. Let me see here. The Anthony family's gift and go description was changed to include security at the time of Dominique was providing armed security to the family. Many of you may remember the video of Dominique Alexander with Next Generation Action Network leading Karmelo with his own security team from the jail secured vehicle. So that is this video. I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen this video. I'm not going to lie. So a lot of y'all have seen that. It's a lot within this, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes down to it though, and when I'm saying that I'm not surprised, you can clearly see Dominique Alexander's rap sheet. This is not the whole thing. This is 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 times right here. 10 times of mugshots. So that should tell you a lot already. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely should tell you a lot. You have another post by Sarah Fields. I told you I got it, it's a post by Sarah. Sarah Fields been on it. Say exclusive. I was right. Checkmate. Dominic Alexander. The entire Carmelo Anthony team of supporters are frauds. Check this out.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of mess around and find out. Hi, my name is Sarah Fields. I'm an investigative journalist, and because of my investigation on Dominique Alexander, the prior advocate for the Carmelo Anthony family and his security team, he was placed under investigation by the Department of Public Safety and has just been found to be operating without a license. Remember this? Look at this guy.
Just follow the baby behind us.
That guy right there.
Just stay close, okay?
Oops. So some of you may remember my exclusive reporting on Dominique Alexander months ago, who argued at a press conference that Carmelo Anthony poked Austin Metcalf in the heart out of self-defense. He also called me out by name. He was that mad.
Those are the type of lies.
Not lies.
She's getting millions of views
Yes, I did.
on this. Sarah,
Yes, hello.
She said
she's
yes.
even came after me.
Sure did. We did go after him because he is not only a career criminal who previously went to jail for shaking a baby. Yeah, you heard me. He also runs a fraudulent organization that is backed by other organizations backed by George Soros, and was providing a security team that he claimed was completely at the disposal of the Carmelo Anthony family. Right around the time that he was providing this security team, the Anthony's, or whoever runs their Give, Send, Go, changed the description to include security measures. Interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen, received in our email this morning from the Department of Public Safety, Next Generation Action Network was found in violation of the following: operating without a license. That in itself is a Class A misdemeanor. However, one of those guys that you saw on that security team that I was pointing out, his name's Adigan Threat. He has a very colorful past of assault on a family, possession, and the unlawful carrying of a weapon. It's really funny, when I originally exposed him months ago for who he was, Next Generation Action Network took his photo down from their website. Weird. So because Dominique's security was armed, they can actually be charged with a felony.
Wow. I'm telling you, it's a lot that's going on within this. And I'm truly with them. What I say about this though, if you look at the reports, and just seeing the witnesses and how I know for a fact, I mean, you have so many students, y'all. I mean, you have so many students. You have different buses. Clearly they took, the names, the bus numbers off, the names of the students, but you literally have a bunch of witnesses. You have individuals from multiple schools. If you just think about it, if you have multiple individuals from different schools and they're having these videos because it said phones were taken in these reports, that's right here. You literally having 10 kids from Liberty High School, 10 boys from Liberty High School. Looks like one female from Liberty High School, girls track, Memorial High School, Frisco High School, Independence High School, Emerson High School. So you're having these different schools that were there and were attending this event. So you truly know that there are a bunch of witnesses around. Not to mention, you also have coaches. You have coaches. You have a Centennial High School coach, Heritage High School coach, Independence High School coach, 2 Independence High School coaches. You're having these high school coaches, and parents, that's around when it comes down to it. So you have plenty of witnesses for sure, around this. One thing about it, you do have, a judge that is definitely, fair when it comes down to it. This is a post by Sarah Fields, said Carmelo Anthony's arraignment is scheduled for June 18th. This is, obviously, this was last year, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I gave y'all the date. Let me go back. June 1st. So June 1st That's when a lot of this is going, obviously go down. But you have it here. According to multiple sources, his trial date more than likely will not be set. Obviously 2026 is 2026, and a lot of people are geeked for it. It says George Roach, a conservative Republican, handled the case of individual, former Plano West senior high school student who plotted, mass shooting, at Frisco's. What is it? Oh, it's actually other locations of where this student, plotted this. And that student got sentenced to 20 years. So if a student actually plotted something like this, what do you think when it comes down when you have him, Karmelo? You know what I mean? I'm telling y'all, stuff like this. And one thing about it, I truly know for a fact that things will come about, and the witnesses, you having a lot. So I truly feel as if things will definitely take a turn, and I definitely believe that things will go right. Things will go right. It's like I said, it's a right or wrong thing. He clearly was in the wrong about it. Seeing the obviously the reports, and actually just thinking about this, people got to stop thinking about race. Just look at it as two individuals. Take the race out of it. Look at it as two individuals. And just imagine. Here's your kid. Just think about that. Stop putting everything when it comes down to race, right or wrong. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Stay tuned for the next video dropping tonight. Catch y'all next one.